Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here to Dramatic Budgets. My name is Lisa. I am on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to try and clear £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been here before, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. I hope you are all well and I hope you've all had a good week. Today is my check-in for week 4 of September. And I will be honest, it has been an absolute rubbish week. It has been incredibly spendy. I have just looked at the numbers before I decided to film this, and I knew it was bad. I did know it was bad. But when you look at the when I look at the numbers, it just shows me how really bad I have been this week. This week has felt like the longest week known to man. I don't know whether that's because we ended up with the bank holiday on Monday. I don't know what it is about weeks with bank holidays. Even though I don't work bank holidays, they just feel like they go on forever. It has been a rubbish week at work. I've not been in the best way work-wise last week and again this week, so that might be some of it. I am an emotional spender, so I do know that some of this spending is due to me feeling utterly rubbish, wanting to cheer myself and other people up and just kind of like getting the card out and tapping it. It's not all cash spending. There is only one credit card spend, which I will explain when we get to it. But yes, it's one of those weeks. I am just kind of like crawling to the end of September now, and just kind of wanting to get September over and done with, get paid again, and then I can sort of start wiping the slate clean. So hopefully you will see my numbers and understand. But before that, I have got a little bit of happy mail I want to share with you. So as you will have seen from last week's check-in, if you watched that, I spent some of the money I got for my birthday on a Etsy spend, which was the budget book from Abundant Budgets, and that has now arrived. If you can see that, it's beautiful. It's really well made. I've just been having a bit of a flick through it. It's just gorgeous, and hopefully it's got everything in it that I need. It's basically got the same sort of budget sheets that I sort of use, but it comes with a monthly planner, the same as my planner does. It's an A4, so it's a bigger size because I'm not the smallest of writers. It's got sort of room for your debt tracker and savings trackers here at the front, although I do think that the savings one isn't quite big enough for me, but you know, sort of we can work with that. The debt one is one that I will definitely be using. My plan for this is to start it in January, because my planner runs out in December. So this is my going to be the first 6 months of 2023 budget book. So I'm really looking forward to being able to use this, and hopefully we can work on what I've been doing in the other planner that I've got. So that was my happy meal for this week. So let's get into this. We will see how we go. Yes. It's just been one of them weeks, I think, this week. Right, so this week has gone from the 16th to the 22nd. I will just pull you a little bit further down, just so hopefully you can almost see my scrubby rubby writing. This is why A4 is going to be better for me, I think. So it goes from the 16th to the 22nd of September. So the first thing I did my spending was pretty much wiped out my budget for the week. And actually it wasn't something I did on the Friday. It was actually a meal that we went on the 15th, on the Thursday. But what I did is I cash stuffed. I checked in and I cash stuffed before I went out for that meal. So because I had the cash on me, I decided it would be better to do it that way than to put it on a credit card and look at it at the end of the month. So the meal was, we went to a Chinese and we kind of had one of the set meals for, I think there was 8 of us. So there was a lot of food. It was well worth the price. So it ended up £36 for my share. That does seem a lot, but obviously there was some alcohol and things in there. I wasn't drinking, but other people were. And we are just one of those groups of people that we just, sometimes I will have a drink and somebody else won't, and vice versa. I apologise if you can hear my Alexa in the background. So that was £36. So what I did was I used my £20 food money, my £15 spending money, and £1 out of my miscellaneous to cover that. So that pretty much wiped me out to start with, and I think that's probably another reason that I've ended up just tapping the card, because I knew I had no money. So that was the £36. I went to Card Factory after work because my mum had realised it was somebody's birthday and needed one last minute. My mum works nights, so she was heading off to work as I was finishing. So I just popped to get a card from all of us. Apologies, I'm just having a quick drink. And I actually went to Morrison's on the Friday and got a few little bits that I needed. So that was £11.27, and my direct debit went out for curries. So that was all fine. Saturday, I actually didn't spend anything, so that was good. That's always nice. So we have got a little no spend day there. On the Sunday, I went to the supermarket because obviously not only was Monday a bank holiday, but because of the funeral, pretty much all of the shops were closing until at least 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Some of the smaller Tesco's and things opened a little bit earlier. So what I did is I actually went to the supermarket on Sunday for tea on Sunday, but also for some food for the Monday as well, because I knew that everything was going to be closed. So that was £7.05. So that was that. Obviously the 19th, as I said, was bank holiday and pretty much everything was closed. So we didn't have any spending on that day because all the shops were shut. Tuesday I was back at work. Had a bit of a rubbish one, I'll be honest. I ended up getting a meal deal at work from WH Smith's, which was £5.48, because as usually sometimes happens when I have a rubbish day, I have to have a chocolate bar as well. So that was the £5.48. I had a McDonald's for tea, which was £4.99, and Tesco's I went and got a few more little bits that I needed for the week on there. So that was £4.51. On Wednesday, I had a little Etsy spend, spent a little bit more of my birthday money. So I'm waiting for a couple of different things. I have put it on my Instagram. So I've got a little purchase from my future budgets even, and also the budgeting bear as well. So I've got some sort of like fun savings things coming up. So I decided to use my birthday money for that. I did take my lunch that day to work, but the donuts were calling me from the canteen, and I ended up with getting one of those for £1.50. So spending money, and then I went and filled the car up with my petrol money, but as usually happens, you can't always get it dead on, can you? And it was just an extra penny, so I pinched that from my miscellaneous basically, but that was for my fuel. So that was £20 and a penny. And then today has been a little bit of a spendy day, more so than usual. I got some vouchers and some money, obviously, for my birthday. And one of the things that I desperately needed was some new shoes for work. I am an NHS worker. I work on a ward in a hospital, and so I always tend to go and buy a pair of Skechers trainers, just because they are so comfortable when you're on your feet for hours on end, and running and racing about. So I decided to take all of my money and see what I could find, but to be fair, the only thing that I really bought was those shoes. So that isn't down here because it was on a voucher. So I haven't put that down here. But whilst I've been there, I decided to have my tea out, and to nip to the boyfriend's on the way home with a little treat, which is where the spending's laid. So I realised I didn't have anything. I woke up late this morning, didn't have anything to take in for lunch, so I ended up with that meal deal yet again from W.H. Smith's. It is the one thing I do really need to start curbing and start meal planning for. But we are looking at a health kick properly from the 1st of October, so hopefully that will help reduce that. The treat I got on the way back was a Cinnabon for me and my boyfriend, so that was £7.48. I know it's expensive, but my God, they are lush. They are absolutely beautiful. I spent £6 of my birthday money at Flying Tiger. It's a shop that I've never really been in before. I think it's a Dutch shop, and it kind of does lots and lots of different things. And basically all I bought was like a document file thing, just to put all my paperwork in. I've been wanting one for a while and just came across it, so I thought, right, I'll have it. And then I had my tea at a noodle bar in the shopping centre, which was £2.49 for the full meal and drink. And then I nipped to Sainsbury's on my way out, because I was running low on a few breakfast bits for the morning. So that was £4.62. So the eagle-eyed ones among you will notice that there is a tick on here, which is technically a direct debit that should be going out tomorrow. It doesn't go out tomorrow because for some reason, although it said that it was due on the 23rd, they've actually taken my direct debit out early this month. So that's already been paid, and it's a slightly different amount to this, but you'll see it when you look at my budget sheets. But that in all is mostly my week spending for the week. So if I flip over the page here, and again, I haven't put anything on my transaction log, my credit card purchases, I have added £33 onto my credit card bill. I know I've used it so much this month and I really shouldn't have, but in fairness, on Saturday I went to see Kinky Boots in York. My friend had bought the tickets for my birthday, and afterwards we were going back to her house, where her husband had made us some very beautiful homemade sangria, and was cooking us a little bit of a barbecue, sort of grilled meats and veg for tea. So I decided that the bottle of Prosecco that we were having to share at the theatre I would pay for, because obviously they were basically buying me lunch / tea, as well as the theatre tickets. So that's what the £33 is. So I think that's it for the planner. We'll go on to the budget sheets. Yeah, I'll show you the weekly check-in page when we get to it. So because there is a couple of bits I need to sort of talk you through. So I'll just lift you back up a little bit because I think you can still see my writing clearly on A4. The nights are definitely drawing in. I'm actually doing a check-in with my fleece on. So the rollover amount that we had for this week was £252.72. I got my refund from my life insurance policy that I cancelled, and because I've taken a new one out. So that came through on Tuesday of £98.15. So it wasn't something I was expecting, but it has come through. So that actually left us with a total for the week of £350.87. Yeah, again, I haven't properly checked I think I've just given up a little bit this month on making sure that my budget sheets marry up. But I have worked out some of the discrepancies, which I'll talk to you about in a little bit. So £350.87. My courier insurance went out as expected, but then obviously my credit card payment went out when I was expecting it actually. Oh, no, that's I was actually expecting it to go out next week. So I've added that on. So instead of just the £2.99, we've had a total of £46.22 of fixed expenses go out. So that is 350.87 minus 46.22, which actually takes us to 304.65 instead. So the food, fuel and all of the rest of it. Oh, what a fun week. So food, I actually had £20 in my wallet and I spent a total of £55.90. The fuel, I had £20 in the envelope and I spent £20 and a penny. My spending, I had £20 in total, including the £5 that I put in the dice challenge, and I actually spent £41.97. I am classing these as budgeted spends, when technically I suppose they are unbudgeted, but they all come under my food, my fuel and my spending. So it doesn't really come under anything that I would class as a major unbudgeted, which is why I've not classed it as unbudgeted. And then my miscellaneous, I just used, it's the only one, I had £5 and I actually used £1.99. So that's the only bit I didn't overspend on. So I have got a little bit of change for later. So actually in total, instead of £65, we actually spent £119.87. Yeah. Woohoo. So 304.65 minus 119.87 is actually 184.78. Yeah. We're kind of getting a little bit more to what we were expecting, and technically we've had extra money. The £10 I put into my shows wallet during my cash stuffing, so we'll take that off. So that was a total of £10, and that leaves us with £174.78. I did actually take that money out with me. Even though I used my credit card for the Prosecco, that technically went towards it. So because I'd put it towards, that just kind of went in my purse. I have ended up with extra money lying around that I need to put back in the bank, but I will go through that probably during my cash stuffing video. So then we get on to the extra debt. So my overdraft payments were actually £1.52, and into my penny challenge this week we have got £3.40, £3.45. So £3.45. So that is going to go to one side for my penny challenge. There we go. And then I've actually written 3 monthly challenge on here. Now, the reason I've done that is because I suddenly realised that one of the reasons that these sort of numbers down here, that seemed to be so out, was because I was putting money that was left over in my purse into this challenge. I wasn't actually writing it down anywhere like I do my penny challenge, so it looked like I've got loads of money left over. So obviously this month I have put £40 in because we only started this on the 8th. So I'm going to actually write £40 under that, and then in future I am going to add it to the budget sheets, the challenges, because otherwise it just looks like I've got spare money hanging around. So so that's actually £40. So that means that in my extra debt bit, we've got £1.52, £3.45 and £40. So it's actually £44.97. So that leaves us with 174.78 minus 44.97, which leaves us with £129.81, which actually isn't very much different to the amount that I thought I was going to have at this point. I am aware that there's nearly £100 refund gone in, and I am going to sort that out as much as I can towards the end. So that leaves us with 129.81. What I'm going to do is at the end of next week's, because actually next week's not a full week, it's only 5 days until I get paid, which when you say it out loud sounds really good. I'm really glad. So that leaves us with 129.81 for the following week. In regards to next week, I have got my Kindle direct debit going out day before payday, but obviously this credit card I'm going to write an actual of 0 because it's already gone out. It went out this week, and as you'll notice, it was only a very minuscule difference of about 20-30p, so nothing major. So what I'm going to do is I'll talk more about it probably in my cash stuffing video. Whatever money I've got left over this month is going to go towards my credit card, so that I can pay as much off as possible. And I have got some money lying around that I need to put in the bank, so I'm going to get that sorted. So the last thing I think I need to show you is my weekly check-in page in my planner. Because we were doing so well, weren't we? We were like £56 odd in front. But I was in a deficit this week of my food money of £35.90, a penny of the fuel, obviously, £26.97 for my spends, and the only thing I didn't overspend on was my miscellaneous. So that actually takes us now to a monthly rollover of minus £3.18. I'm not worried. It's only a few pounds, you know, and at this point I'm just kind of like waiting for the end of the month to come and just hoping that next month is a better month. So yeah, there's only so much you can do, and I can't think about it too much because I just need to be able to wipe that slate clean and think about October as a new month. So the last thing we need to do in regards to my check-in is deal with this lovely little pile of coins. So I've got no notes, so nothing going into the 3 monthly challenge today, but I have got a lovely penny challenge and I've got some coins. So we have got £3.45, which I haven't actually got available on here. So £3.45. Yeah, £3.45. So the biggest one I've got is £3.22. So that leaves us to 23p, which we do have as well. So we've got £3.22 off and 23 pence. So that's another couple. It's a slow burner, this one, but I don't mind. I really don't mind that it's a slow burner. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that it probably isn't going to be finished this time, but I've always sort of said I was going to put it towards debt in my credit card, but I think what I probably will do is have a look at my sinking funds at New Year, when I empty that one, if I can put it towards something like, I know my car insurance is due in February, and I've got my mum's birthday in February, so I think I might end up putting to a sinking fund depending on how far I've got with them, but I will make that decision when I actually unstuff it at the beginning of January. So We will just pop these in here and hope that I don't need it for my cash stuffing. So that is that all in, which takes us to £238.45, we think, at the moment. So I think that is me done. I have talked for long enough and I've bored you guys. I am going to go finish my cup of tea and get myself into bed, think about all the spending that I've done this week and hope that I can stop myself from doing it in the next 5 days. My next video, I'll put this up tomorrow, which will be Friday morning hopefully, and I will do my cash stuffing video for you next, so that should hopefully go up on Saturday morning. And then at some point this week I will sort out my budget with me for October, and I'll pop that up before this budget ends and we do the closeout. So hopefully you might get a few different videos from me. I have decided not to do the debt confession video because I did quickly look at the numbers, and probably due to my credit card use it's gone up rather than down, and I just think that if I actually do a video on that, it's gonna just make it worse for me rather than better, if you know what I mean. It's not that I just want positivity on this channel in regards to my debt, but I just kind of want to get past. I've just found this month really, really difficult. I don't know if it's because it's a 5-week month or if it's something else, but I've just found this a really difficult month finance wise, and I kind of don't want to think about the negatives and just kind of move on and go back to how I was in August, feeling really positive about things, which I'm hoping is going to happen. So I will leave you guys to it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've managed to get through all the way to the end of the video, please, if you do want to join me on my journey, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you with me. And like the video if you liked it. If not, you know, please put a not too harsh comment and just give me, you know, some nice criticism. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.